We live in a world where our families are literally all over the globe. So how do we keep up with traditions that are tied to a very specific place? Today, we're going to look at a really fascinating blend of ancient faith and modern tech, the sacred Hindu ritual of Asthi Visarjan, and how it's adapting for a digital world, letting love and duty cross any distance.
Okay, so to really get what's happening here, we first have to understand the tradition itself. Asthi Visarjan is the final, really poignant act in the Hindu life cycle. It's the sacred immersion of a loved one's ashes into a holy river, like the Ganges. For grieving families, this isn't just a ritual, it's this incredibly profound act of love, and it's believed to release the soul on its journey toward peace.
And that right there, that's the big challenge, isn't it? In our globalized world, families are often separated by entire continents. For non-resident Indians, or really anyone who can't travel because of health or cost or a million other reasons, getting to a sacred site like Varanasi can be just impossible. So what do you do then?
Well, the answer is pretty fascinating, and it comes from technology. Online services have popped up to bridge this exact gap. They offer a way for families to fulfill this sacred duty with all the reverence and care it deserves, no matter where they are in the world. So let's actually break down how this digital pilgrimage works. All right, so how does it actually work? You might think it starts in a holy city, but nope. The entire process kicks off right in the family's home. Preparing the sacred ashes, the Asthi Kalash, is the crucial first step of this whole journey.
The care that goes into preparing the ashes for their journey is just incredible. As you can see, it's not just about putting something in a box. It involves choosing a really sturdy container, wrapping the urn securely, packing it super tightly with padding to protect it, and then sealing and labeling it for its sacred trip. Every single step is designed to show the utmost respect.
With the Asthi Kalash all carefully prepared, it's sent on its way. And choosing a reputable courier service is absolutely key here. You need one that really understands the sensitive and religious importance of the package, making sure it's handled with care all the way to Varanasi.
So once the package arrives in the holy city of Varanasi, the next chapter of the journey begins. The service provider takes on the sacred responsibility of arranging the whole ceremony on the banks of the Ganges, and they make sure every little detail is in line with traditional practices. So who actually performs the ritual? This is where a key person comes in, the Prathinidhi. It's a great word. It literally means representative. This is usually a knowledgeable, experienced priest who acts on the family's behalf, making sure every part of the ceremony is done completely authentically. And the ceremony itself, it's the real deal, conducted with full authenticity. The Prathinidhi performs the complete puja. We're talking offering prayers, chanting sacred mantras, following all the Vedic practices, all leading up to that final, respectful immersion of the ashes into the Ganges. But here's the big question, right? How does the family, who might be thousands of miles away, actually connect with this moment? This is where that digital bridge we talked about becomes so powerful. It lets them witness the ritual and find that sense of closure that's just so essential when you're grieving. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. You've got the Prathinidhi physically there in Varanasi, performing the full ceremony with all the honors. And at the same time, the entire ritual is recorded on video. That recording is then shared with the family, which lets them be a part of it, no matter where on earth they are. When you boil it all down, the entire purpose of this service comes down to this single, powerful idea. The ability to see their loved one's ashes handled with respect and immersed in the holy river, well, it provides the family with what they're seeking most, a profound sense of closure and peace. Okay, so by now you might have some practical questions about how this all works. So let's just quickly run through a few key details that are really important to know. So how long does it take? The ceremony itself is typically about 45 minutes to an hour. And when should it be done? Well, according to holy texts, it's best performed before the 10th day after death. And yes, these services are absolutely designed to help non-resident Indians, providing a complete end-to-end solution. So the story of Online Asthi Visarjan is so much more than just a single ritual. It's a really powerful look at how our most cherished traditions can adapt and even thrive in a changing world. It shows that technology, when it's used thoughtfully, can help us honor the past while we embrace the future. And it leaves us with a compelling question to think about. As our world becomes ever more connected, what other timeless traditions will find new ways to endure?